This video is about the process of becoming an attorney. So, studying towards becoming an attorney can be an exciting and rewarding one. Students are told that once they obtain their law degrees, that a bright and successful future lies ahead of them. Now, what no one tells them before they register for a degree in law is the substantial amounts of hard work, perseverance, and dedication at the university that is required right from the beginning just to secure articles of clerkship. Now, I am going to take you guys through the different kinds of degrees and what the requirements of such degree is and what you can do with this kind of degree. Now, the first kind is your LLB degree, which is the main degree that you need. It allows students to get an insightful understanding of the law, allowing them to apply it proficiently when serving communities and members of the public. Now, successful completion of an LLB allows for further studies in an LLM or master's. Now, the requirements for an LLB, academic requirements, is that you need to write an BAccLLB test, which is your acceptable quality level national benchmark test. In high school, you are also required to have the following academic results: English or Afrikaans home language, you need to have a percentage of 60%. Any first additional language, you need a 70%. Then universities that offer an LLB degree as Wits, UJ, Rhodes, UP, UCT, UKZN, UL, Fort. And then the number of years and career opportunities for an LLB degree. An LLB degree is 4 years, and postgraduate it is 3 years. Now, once you graduate, you can pursue becoming an attorney, a legal advisor, a judge, a magistrate, a prosecutor, an advocate. The second kind of degree is you have your BA Law Degree, which is an opportunity for students to acquire knowledge in South African legal system, as well as other legal sectors such as constitutional law, private law, and customary law. Through this degree, students are able to take other subjects from other faculties, such as arts and social science, and then you get module credit counts towards an LLB. The academic requirements here is also for you to write an BAccLLB, and then you need to get, for your first language, 60 to 69%, for mathematics 50 to 59%, and then 70% for your home language. University that offers a BALLB degree is Wits, UJ, Rhodes, UP, UL. You study a BA Law Degree 3 years, and then you may apply for an additional 2 years to complete your LLB degree. Now, on completion of these degrees, or just a BA, you can become a paralegal, a legal assistant, a legal secretary, a labor consultant. Then you have a BCom Law Degree. Like a BA Law, this degree also provides students with sufficient knowledge on the South African law system, but extends onto further learning on business enterprise law, private law, labor law, and customary law. Now, the students will also be able to take subjects from other faculties, specifically like economics and management science. You then get module credits towards your LLB degree. And the BCom Law Degree is a 3-year degree and reduces your postgrad of LLB to 2 years. Academic requirements here also requires you to write an AQL and a MAT-NBT. Your home language, you need to get an average of 60 to 69%. Mathematics, you need to get 60 to 69% as well. Universities that offers a BCom Law Degree is Wits, UJ, Rhodes, and UP. The number of years to study and the career opportunities. It is also a 3-year degree, and a student may apply for an LLB of 2 years after successful completion. And then you can pursue to become a professional counseling, negotiation and conflict resolution officer, legal risk and compliance officer or consultant, a compliance officer, and a legal advisor. Then you also get a BAccLLB degree, which is a combination of 2 degrees, a BAc and LLB. provides students with the knowledge on law sciences as well as the required qualifications to work as a chartered accountant. Some subjects include administrative law, private law, and international law. Now, the academic requirements here, it also requires you to write an AQL and a MAT and BT. Mathematics, you need to get 70% or 60% for Maths Lit, and accounting 70%. English or Afrikaans home language 60%, alternatively 70% in your first additional language. Now, universities that offers this degree is only Stellenbosch. The number of years, this is a 5-year degree, and a career you can pursue with this degree is a chartered accountant, a legal practitioner with further career training. And UNISA. For matric students who do not meet the requirements of the above universities that I have discussed, may explore UNISA as another option, as their requirements are not based on different merits. After a successful first year, you could transfer your points to another university and continue your degree there if necessary. Now, securing articles of clerkship or practical vocational training, as we call it now, after completion of your degree. Many people who are considering a career in law need to be aware of how overpopulated this field has become. This has resulted in securing articles in South Africa to be an absolute nightmare, and is regarded as one of the most challenging objectives that graduates are faced with today. Unless a student has had the opportunity of attending the many vacation programs on offer from the Big Five law firms from an earlier stage in their academic career, their chances of securing articles of clerkship with the Big Five are somewhat diminished. Now, once a candidate attorney has secured his or her articles of clerkship, the opportunity to learn and experience one of South Africa's most sought after professions begins. Candidate attorneys either undergo a 2-year contract of articles or 1 year of articles after successfully having completed the full-time program at the School for Legal Practice. For those students who are still completing their LLB degrees, they either enter into a 5-year contract of articles or a 3-year contract of articles if you have obtained a 3-year undergraduate degree. Now, experience during articles range from satisfactory to unsatisfactory depending on the size, environment, and exposure a CA is given at law firms. Many of the prominent law firms allows their candidate attorneys to gather a vast range of experiences within different departments by way of a rotation process. Now, at smaller law firms, this is not the case. In many cases, a candidate would either be employed at a general legal practice or at a conveyancing legal practice. In a general legal practice, on any given day, a candidate simply has to deal with whatever work is thrown in his or her way, and in this way the candidate is given the opportunity to understand what entails to run a legal practice from the very first point. The last thing a candidate wants to do is to be stuck in the same department for his or her entire period of articles. This is why it is important to ensure that candidates encourage their principal to expose them to other facts of the law if and when he or she feels the candidate is competent to do so. Now, remember, it is important to know that the candidate attorney is a clerk who knows the bare minimum of what practice entails, and it is best that the candidate is prepared for what is to come and able to learn very quickly. Now, if the candidate attorney has managed to see through their period of articles, pass their admission exams, receive their certificate of proficiency, they are now able to apply for admission as an attorney. The biggest fear for a candidate is when he or she has completed his or her period of articles and is not afforded the opportunity to be taken on as an attorney at the end of his or her term at the law firm. Many candidate attorneys have different motives for wanting to undergo articles and to become an admitted attorney, but has it ever occurred to those who want to practice law that there are no guarantees once you have successfully qualified as an admitted attorney? In most instances, juniors are given a month to find alternative placement. This does not always work out as planned. Their options may be limited as the legal field is fluctuated with newly admitted attorneys going for any career opportunities that may become available. It is a daunting reality which many candidate attorneys are faced with every year and leads to many despondent young professionals who end up working in alternate professions and at the very worst unemployed. For candidates out there who have secured their articles of clerkship, there are some helpful tips to assist you in securing your shot at landing a job as a professional assistant and at your respective firms. If you are in it for the money, stop right there and forget about that aspect, especially if you are not employed at a big law firm. It is all about building a career and being exposed to the law at this very fundamental stage of your career. So you need to be prepared to sacrifice your personal time for the sake of your growth within the legal fraternity. Spending late nights back at the office is a given, and in some instances gives you the best space to work in. Sorry, it is a test of character and a chance to learn as much as possible. Be innovative and make suggestions as to what you think is lacking and what could benefit the firm, typically in a small law firm environment. Remember, your principal appreciates your insights and compassion towards your future and his or her business. Be adaptable to changing circumstances. Time management cannot be overemphasized, and often candidates are stuck trying to obtain missing court files and pleading with administrative staff. Not all work is buyable, which results in longer working days. Effective time management is one of the most crucial skills to have, and you will benefit as you continue to pursue your legal career. Your clients are important to you, and billable hours do matter, but avoid burning yourself out. A balanced lifestyle is important. Try not to show any form of negativity because it feeds on you and eventually those around you. A positive attitude and having effective solutions at your disposal will take you a long way. Self-doubt is a dangerous thing. The workload can be excessive, but be open to wanting to do more for your principal. This may influence his or her long period plan for you at the firm, as he or she would be given an idea of how and where you could fit in at the firm at post admission. Now, big, medium, and small law firms, an aspect that impacts a work environment is the size of the firm. Candidate attorneys may think that articles are scarce and they will be happy to find a job at any size firm, but they should be aware of the different traits of law firms depending on their size, the reason for this, and that a job relationship is usually intended to be a long-term decision. Now, how much does an attorney earn in South Africa? A lot of you guys ask. This is not a clear-cut salary value, but multiple ratios explained, which I will explain, provide you with a clear indication. Big law firms, your salary expectation is between 25k to 30k as a junior. Large law firms are generally associated with high salaries. However, in return for higher salary, management will expect higher targets to be made. Large law firms usually also have existing clients and large volumes of work, which result in writing higher fees. Marketing in a large law firm is often done by a practice manager or marketing manager, and attorneys only get to do what they are hired for to do, namely to serve clients and write fees for professional services. If you perform in a large law firm, you are likely to enjoy a good salary and secure employment. However, moving up the corporate ladder in large law firms can be challenging due to a great deal of competition. It is generally when you start moving up in a large law firm that attorneys are expected to start participating in management activities and getting involved in training junior staff and secretaries. Now, in small law firms, your salary expectation is between 3 to 5k to 8,000 rand for a candidate. And an aspect that often attracts candidates to smaller law firms is that in a small law firm, a candidate or junior attorney is more likely to get exposure to different types of matters and clients. In this regard, on a personal level, attorneys often build better confidence in a small law firm and have greater moral support at the office. This generally makes small law firms cozy work environments. Now, in a small law firm, Management is generally more accessible. Decisions can be made and executed faster. It is also important to note that in a small law firm, you work hard, perform well, and there also will be opportunities to be promoted faster. It is not accurate to state that all small law firms pay low salaries. Sorry. It is not accurate to state that all small law firms pay low salaries, as small law firms pay competitive or even higher salaries than some larger firms in order to retain talent and value their attorneys. Middle-sized law firms, salary expectation is between 5K and 15K. A middle-sized law firm is likely to have the most positive and negative raised above, but likely less extremely. Middle-sized law firms which lean more towards the culture and values of small law firms can be a very supportive environment. Generally, the salary that a candidate can expect in a medium-sized firm is anywhere between the salary that a big law firm and a small law firm offers. Now, to summarize everything that I've just said, to become an attorney, you first need to, once you secure your articles, you can either do your articles for 2 years and then you do 150 hours of law school as per the new Legal Practice Act, or you can either do 1 year of articles and then do 400 notional hours of law school as per the new act. Previously, on the old act, you could choose to either do 1 year and law school or 2 years and get admitted. You also need to pass 4 admission exams, which is bookkeeping, estates, court procedures is the first one. So the paper 1 is court procedures, paper 2 is wills and estates, paper 3 is about the legal ethics as in general, and paper 4 is your bookkeeping. Now once you have passed all of that and you have gotten your certificate that you are fit and proper, you can then apply to become an attorney. Now that is it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. For more information, you can also look at our website and also follow us on our social media platforms. And then stay tuned for more informative videos like these or like